Good morning. It's actually 74 degrees this morning and chilly, dark, and dreary outside, and there's some cloudiness, which probably explains why I'm in a semi-decent mood, because the summer in Alabama is unbearable. We'll leave it at that. I'm grouchy anyways. But this morning I realized that free will is a funny thing. Because one of the problems with the world today and how people conduct themselves is that people act as if they're not in immediate danger all the time. And I think it's healthy for people to realize that, because just take the way people behave in vehicles. When you deal with aggressive drivers or people that cut you off, and this is my opinion, but I do not believe the appropriate action is to curse them out or to bottle up that anger. It's not useful that way. One thing, the way I look at it is that person that just cut you off probably would never in a million years think that they could be dragged out of their vehicle and beaten. I'm not saying necessarily they deserve it, but like people are not willing to accept responsibility for their actions, because when you cut somebody off, you're actually placing their lives in danger, and you can consider it an act of self-defense to get them back. I'm not telling anybody to do that. I'm just saying it's something people should consider before they act a certain way. And people are not willing to accept responsibility for their actions. They're not even willing to accept responsibility for their own words sometimes. One of the things I'm actually proud of about myself is that I absolutely will hold people accountable for their words, sometimes immediately. Sometimes if someone says something in the moment that is utter horseshit, I will let them know that. Especially if it's something that's not just my opinion, especially if they say something that's just kind of ridiculous. Like I've said to people countless times in conversation, like, you know what you're saying is ridiculous, right? Like, you know that. And I like to end it with that question like that, because it gives them a moment of self-reflection. Sometimes it's a little panicky, and sometimes people will return the aggression, and that's okay too. But people are just completely okay with saying ridiculous things. And I've been guilty of this too, but definitely not nearly as much in the past few years, since I've tried to take on the responsibility of saying the truth, or saying what is true, and not trying to deceive myself or anyone else with my words, because it's not an easy thing to do. But people in this day and age, especially when it's so easy to be a keyboard warrior, like communication over the internet has almost ruined people in a way. So it's like their free will has denied people their own strong acts of will. It's this really ironic thing, because you can tell some people feel empowered to speak over the internet. Some people will probably think that of me when they watch this video, and that's okay, that's fine. But the thing is, if this video was aimed at a person, I would have zero problem telling that person every single word I'm saying, but to them. But this is more of a general observation of free will in the crazy culture and world we live in. So the question would be, does fate exist? And if so, does free will exist? I believe fate exists. It's definitely something more complicated than what a human mind can conceive of. And free will definitely does exist, because I know it exists because I see people abuse it every day. And I strive not to do that. So, that's my wisdom for the day. Maybe this chilly, dreary weather will continue and I'll be in a happier mood. Have a good day.